Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another Wild Rift video, and in today's video we will be revisiting what is, in my opinion, the most broken champion in the game right now, which is Gragas. I'm gonna be playing Gragas in the jungle, hybrid Gragas by the way, and let me just tell you guys, this is so incredibly strong, and I never see Gragas jungle in my games. Almost never. But let me tell you right now, if you pick it into the right draft, it's broken. And you can basically always pick it and it's always gonna be good. It's at least gonna be good. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to play Jungle Gragas, how to build him. If you just wanna skip to the gameplay immediately, there's timestamps in the description. By the way, this is the first time that I'm making a video in the morning. Normally I always do it at night, but now I'm doing it in the morning. I'm just testing out and see how it goes, so yeah. Alright, so let's get into the build. And this build, is just so strong. You're gonna be incredibly tanky with this build. But you're also going to do a lot of damage. So you're going to be tanky and you're going to do a lot of damage. That's the point of this build, guys. So you start with a lot of Aegis. This is quite literally the perfect item for Gragas. It gives you an incredible amount of ability power, a lot of bonus health, and max mana. So you can spam your abilities and you have a lot of health, a lot of ability power, and it skills really well into the late game. It's just really powerful. And for the boots, it depends. You know, it really depends on the enemy. Is the enemy heavy attack damage? You go for plated steel caps. Do they have a lot of CC? Then you go for the Mercury threads. If they don't have a lot of CC and they're not really heavy attack damage, if it's like in between, you can also go for Ionian Boots of Lucidity just to get the cooldown reduction on your abilities. For your second item, Sunfire Aegis, and this, when you get this item, is where the real power is gonna start to come through. You're gonna have so much HP, it's incredible how much HP you're gonna have with these two items, and you're gonna do a lot of damage as well. You're gonna be super tanky, you're gonna be diving right in the middle of the enemy, and with the Sunfire Aegis, you're gonna do so much damage around you. It's just really the perfect, this combination of items, which is Rod of Aegis and Sunfire Aegis, is so amazing on Gragas, guys. And then for your third item, it's completely situational, guys. So I have Iceborne Gauntlet here as a basic item. Iceborne Gauntlet is just so amazing with this build as well. First of all, it gives you a lot of armor. It gives you 50 armor, which is really good. The max mana is not needed. That's the only thing about this item. But the ability haste and the passive of this item is all that's super amazing about this item. So the 25 ability haste is obviously huge. It gives you a lot of cooldown reduction, but using an ability causes the next attack used within 10 seconds to deal bonus damage. This is perfect with your second ability, by the way. The whole power of Iceborne Gauntlet is with your second ability. It deals a lot, it deals a lot of bonus damage, and then also it creates the icy field, which is really good. Enemies can never escape from you when you get the Iceborne Gauntlet. It's gonna create this whole slowing aura, which is really good. You can also go, there's different items that you can actually go for. You can also go for Randuin's Omen. If the enemy has a lot of crit damage, you go for Randuin's Omen. Randuin's Omen is actually a severely underrated item. Even though people do build it, this item is actually quite broken. Honestly, it's quite broken. 400 max health, 55 armor, reduces damage from critical strikes by 15%, and reduces the attack speed by 15%. I mean, this is just insane. When you're against the Jinx, Kai'Sa, Lucian, Rengar, Yasuo, all these types of crit champions, you build a Randuin's Omen as your third item already instead of the Iceborne Gauntlet. It's gonna make you unkillable against those attack damage champions. Really, it's so powerful. You can also go for the Force of Nature if the enemy is heavy ability power, and you can also go for, where is it, Spirit Visage, if you have an enchanter support that has a lot of healing, because Gragas already does have some sort of healing with his passive, which Spirit Visage is going to increase, but it's not worth to just build for your passive. So if your team has an enchanter support, then you build the Spirit Visage instead of the Force of Nature. Let me see, any other items? Frozen Heart is also a possibility, but it's just not really worth it, because you could much better go for the Randuin's Omen, because it's just there's always going to be crit damage, right? In the current meta, there's always going to be crit damage. Thornmail is another interesting item, which you could also go for as your third item. But I actually recommend you to just stick with the Bramblefast. So if the enemy has a lot of healing, you go for the Bramblefast as your second item before the Sunfire Aegis, but you do not finish the Thornmail up until your third or fourth item, something like that. Okay, so after you build a third item, it's again situational. If you feel like you're tanky enough, boom, you go for the Liandry's. And when you go for the Liandry's, your damage is going to be through the roof. You're gonna have a lot of HP, you're gonna have a tanky item, and you're gonna have Liandry's. You're gonna do so much damage. However, if you just want to be a tank for your team, then of course, the same applies as I just said. You have to build a defense item, and you just have to look and see which one is gonna work with you, right? And as your last item, yet again, it's situational. But I really recommend you, I mean, like, you already have Rod of Ages, Sunfire Ages, and then you already have a third item, which is a defensive item as well. And if you build another defensive item as your fourth item, I do really recommend you to get the Leandris as your last item. It just provides so much value. Just get it, honestly, just get it. Okay, so for your boots, as I said, I already explained what boots to go for. But for the enchantments, you go for Proto Belt. I personally always go for Proto Belt. However, no, actually, no, not always. Sometimes I go for the Stone Plate. The thing about Proto Belt is just you can catch up enemies. You can catch out enemies so easy. It is so incredibly toxic to have a Proto Belt on Gragas. I love it so much. So Proto Belt is really good to catch out enemies, but actually Stone Plate is also really good to just be that tank for your team, right? When you go in and be that tank. So you have to decide Proto Belt or Stone Plate. They're both good, honestly. So for your runes, Aftershock, and oh my god, this rune is strong, especially in the early game. And the reason that it's especially strong in the early game, should I ask you that? No, that's not a good test your knowledge. So let me just tell you. So your first two items are all health items. As you can see, Rod of Ages health, Sunfire Ages health. So it doesn't provide you any armor or magic resist. So an Aftershock gives you a lot of armor and magic resist. See, that's the thing, like, you already have a lot of health, and when you do engage, you're gonna have that bonus armor and magic resist for 2.5 seconds. You're quite literally gonna be unkillable for 2.5 seconds. And after that, you deal a burst of damage, and it skills with the bonus HP, right? Like, the more HP you have, the more damage it deals. 3% of your max HP, which is gonna be pretty big. Like, it's gonna be like, what, how much HP? It's just like gonna be like 100, 150 damage, which is pretty good in the early game, right? For your second rune, we go for Brutal. Because you're playing jungle Gragas, you always have to go for Brutal and jungle. There is no exception, always Brutal, because Brutal helps you clear out the jungle camps. And for your third rune, Hunter Titan, if the enemy has a lot of CC. Thing is though, you could also go for Conditioning. And the reason that Conditioning would be really good with this build is, again, you have a heavy HP build. So only in the late game, well, you build some defense items, but you have so much HP that Conditioning is going to provide a lot of value to you. But the thing is, it's obviously useless in the early game, and I only recommend you to get Conditioning if the enemy does not have heavy CC. So if they do have heavy CC, just get the Hunter Titan, it's better. For your fourth rune here, I have Sweet Tooth. I actually forgot to change that in my game. But you want to go for Pathfinder, actually, just to get that bonus movement speed in the jungle. Let me see if there's any other one I would go for. Well, Hunter Genius, maybe, but Pathfinder is just better, so you can actually move around in the jungle a bit faster. So for your spells, you want to go for Flash and Smite. And yeah, that was it about the build. Let's now get into the gameplay. Alright, on to the gameplay. Oh my god, my hair actually looks so bad. I just realized. I just looked at my screen and I saw my hair. Wow. I really need to go to the barber, huh? Damn. Okay. It's enough. So, Jungle Gragas. And why are people not playing this? Can someone please answer me why people are not playing Jungle Gragas? Because this is so broken. It's so good. And, like, every time I play Gragas, like, I just get ahead in the game. It's so easy to play Gragas. That's the thing about Gragas as well. The champion is so easy. It's so easy, but yet so broken. And that's why I really recommend you guys, if you haven't already, pick up Gragas. I have a million Gragas videos on my YouTube channel. You should really check them out if you want. So you can actually learn how to play Gragas, right? So Gragas in the jungle is obviously different from in the Baron lane, right? How do you play him in the jungle? Because Gragas is not the type of assassin like Lee Sin, Evelynn, Rengar, Kha'Zix, right? Gragas is more of a reliable champion. And what I mean with reliable is you're going to be a tank. Like, you're going to be very tanky. And you're going to provide a lot of CC, right? You're going to knock up the enemy, slow the enemy, things like that. But you're also going to be dealing reliable damage, if you know what I mean, right? Like, you're going to constantly be dealing annoying damage to the enemy. It's not going to be an incredible amount, like, as I said, Lee Sin, Kha'Zix, Rengar, champions like that. But it's going to be reliable. And the thing is, on top of that reliable damage, you have that insane tankiness and the CC. And that's what makes Gragas incredibly powerful. Those are the big powers of Gragas, guys. And by the way, you know, I'm doing a skin giveaway like every month. I'm giving away 10 skins on my YouTube channel, 5 skins on Instagram, and all you gotta do to enter is put down a comment under this video and some other videos on YouTube, and put down comments under Instagram Instagram post to enter on Instagram as well. That's how you enter, right? That's how it works. Ooh, he died. That kind of sucks. Yeah. Oh, he's low. That should be a kill for me. Let's see. That should be a kill. Aftershock? Boom, there it is. Do you guys see how you can utilize the aftershock in a situation like that? When you engage, especially in a gank as well, your aftershock is gonna proc, right? When you engage with your third ability, that's when your aftershock procs, either with your third ability or your ultimate, because you're gonna be immobilizing an enemy. And when you do engage, you have to keep fighting because you're gonna be so tanky, you're gonna take 0 damage from the enemy. Like that Aurelia tried to kill me there, but she dealt 0 damage because I had my aftershock, right? That's how aftershock works. And then also you wanna stay close to an enemy because boom, the aftershock is gonna explode and deal damage to the enemy. Oh, that was clean, man. No. No, I screwed up. I screwed that one up so hard. That was really sad. Oh my god, this is way too close. Oh. Oh. Man, that Akali did a really good job re-engaging right there. I want to give credits to that Akali because what he did there, instead of going back because he's at 1 HP, what he did, which is what I really want to teach you guys as well, which is so amazing, is it's not always the right idea to go back, even when you're super low, because when your jungler ganks, the jungler might actually have a really clutch fight. And of course, what can you do as a 1 HP Akali? You can help with that clutch fight. Because if that Akali didn't engage, I would have died there. I would have guaranteed died and we wouldn't have gotten anything. So Akali took the risk, she engaged, and we at the end of the day, we got the kill on Diana and no one else died. Which is really, really amazing. By the way, apparently the Yasuo in my team is the top 2 Yasuo in the server. So that maybe that's interesting as well. And yeah, you saw me go back there with 2,800 gold. You immediately want to get the Rod of Ages as fast as you can, by the way. You know, whenever you can, you get the Rod of Ages because it's gonna scale up. What do I want to say? Yeah, the earlier you get it, the faster it's gonna fully stack, right? And you saw me click on the armor boots, but now that I'm rewatching, I completely how do I say it? I don't agree with the armor boots. And this is gonna be the test your knowledge for the day. I'm really curious if you guys are gonna understand why I now totally don't agree with going for the armor boots in this game. Why? Think carefully, like really think carefully about this one, because this one is not easy. Well, I mean, it's easy if you get it, but I really want you guys to look at the game, look at the situation, look at the team comps, look at everything, and tell me why you should actually never go for armor boots in this game. Tell me what. Well, not never, but just why is it not good? Why is it not good? Why am I saying that it's not good? Put it in the comments, test your knowledge, and let me know. I'm really curious to you guys' answers. Don't cheat, by the way. So pause the video right now if you're writing your comment, because I'm going to reveal it very soon. Pause the video. I'm going to give you guys a little more time. So let me tell you why. Armor boots are not going to be good in this game because the enemy has 2 champions that do a lot of true damage. And armor boots do not block true damage, guys. Enemy has Fiora and enemy has Vayne. These champions will completely ignore the armor boots because obviously Vayne will deal the true damage equal to percentage of my HP. So my boots are not going to do anything to that. And Fiora is also going to deal damage equal to percentage of my HP. So what should I have gone in this game? I should have gone for the Ionian Boots of Lucidity for the cooldown reduction. And I wonder if I actually thought about that during this game. I don't think I did actually. But that's what I should have gone for instead of the armor boots in a game like this. Oh, boom. Oh, that was really clean. That CC was really, really big as you saw there. And when I play Gragas, by the way. Oof. Oh, they have a... Oh, we have a Soraka, yeah. So when I play Gragas, I personally go for the blue smite. And so the difference between the blue smite and a red smite, if you didn't know already, when you click the blue smite on an enemy, you know, when you smite an enemy, if you have a blue smite, your smite is going to slow that enemy, which is really good to catch out an enemy. But when you have a red smite and you smite an enemy, so let's say I smite the Galio with a red smite, what's going to happen then, in the following 5 seconds, I will be dealing bonus damage to the Galio. That's what the red smite does. So it's really good on champions like Lee Sin, right? Where you dive an enemy, you use your red smite, and you're going to be dealing a lot of bonus damage to them. But on Gragas, you don't have that much damage. Even though you do have damage, and not a little bit, it's not like the amount that is worth using a red smite for. It's better to have a blue smite to just slow an enemy for your team, right? That's what I want to say. And Draven is having a really hard time against this Vayne, as you can see. Ui. Yeah. So that's why I always go for blue smite on Gragas, because you're not the hyper carry of the team. You just want to be providing utility. Like as I said, I'm going to repeat, even though you do deal a lot of damage, it's not hyper carry amount of damage. So you have to keep that in mind. Yeah, they got the Rift out, which is pretty sad. But what am I going to do about that? It's not the end of the world. I got the dragon, so it's fine. It's definitely fine. Oh, did I get the right boots or not? I didn't actually see. I think I went for the armor boots, which is not good. But it's okay. It's okay. Mistakes happen. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you give it a like. It really helps the channel and blah blah blah. Standard YouTuber stuff. You know, if you want to, you do it. I have Patreon as well. You know, I offer coaching and behind the scenes stuff, and there's even some tiers where you can pick the champion for me to play in a video. So if you're interested in that, it's a paid subscription. There's also no, not timestamp. There's also a link in the description to that, guys. All right. Oh, there he got a third, which is good, but now he needs to escape. The Draven is actually pretty behind. So here, you have to look. Okay, you have to look at your team, and here I'm seeing that my Draven is struggling. So you have two choices in a situation like that. First of all, you can just abandon the Draven. And the second one is what I'm doing right here, is helping the Draven. And I chose to help the Draven because I felt like if the Draven can just get a kill, just get some gold, he should be fine. Like, he should actually make a comeback into the game. And this was actually a really good choice because we just got those kills at the side of the Draven. And when you play with a Draven, when you can, just try to give that Draven the kill. So if it's a free kill, give your Draven the kill, because the Draven gets way more from kills than you do because of his passive. You know, the stacks that he have gives him a lot of bonus gold when he gets kills. He gets like 50 bonus gold plus 4 per stack, so that's a lot, right? So you should really always give kills to a Draven if you have a Draven in your team. Even if the Draven is not that good, just do it, guys. Don't be toxic. It's the right thing to do. It's the same as when you have a Darius in your team, for example. You should not only focus on getting kills, you should also try to focus on giving Darius a reset on his ultimate. So when Darius wants to use his ultimate and execute an enemy, let him do that. Don't take the kill. Oh, nice smite. That was really good. I used my stone plate here just to tank up some damage. Like, I did really well here. I utilized my stone plate. And I utilized my aftershock. Unfortunately, we still got aced. But as you saw there, I was actually tanking 3 enemies for so long. But unfortunately, we lost the fight. I did get the dragon though, but this is not good. Like, our Draven is 0-2 right now. So I was just thinking, okay, I need to get this Draven back into the game because the morale is going to be low, right? You should not only think and look at how much gold everyone has and things like that. Also the morale, like the Draven is going to be pretty sad right now because he's 0-2. He's lost a lot of gold, a lot of everything. So I just kind of want to get him back into the game. And so I think I will give him the red buff here because I want to get his morale up. Yeah, I'm telling him, get it, bro. Look. Why is he not getting it? I'm telling him, like, look, I'm telling him to get it. But he's standing still. Look, yeah. I wanted to give it to him, but unfortunately he just didn't take it. Like, I pinged him to take it. I even left it at 1 HP, but he didn't take it. So, I took it. Yeah, I'm pinging, bro, what? I wanted to give you the red buff. Why are you just standing still right there? But it seemed like, he said that he was lagging, actually. Now I remember. He said that he was lagging. Oh, this is not good. They're pushing the mid lane with Rift Herald, and our Yasuo just died. No! This is not good. We're gonna lose an inhibitor like this. I can't do anything. In a situation like this, you just take the L, honestly. You just have to stay back and try to defend. Yep. I'm just utilizing my first ability to keep them away because it deals a nice amount of damage. And it slows the enemy. That's really the big use of the first ability. You can slow enemies and... Oh, nice. I got a big shutdown there. That was really nice. And that's a combo that I really like to do on Gragas, by the way, which I really recommend you guys to perfect, which is flash and then your third ability. It's like a combo that no one ever sees coming for some reason. No one sees it coming, where you just use your third ability and then boom, you flash right on top of the enemy, and it always works. It always catches enemies off guard. For some reason, it just always works. And right now, at this situation, as I said, when you get the Rod of Ages and the Sunfire Ages, you're gonna be so strong. Because I have 2800 HP right now at level 11. I have my Stone Plate enchant. And I have all the damage from the Rod of Ages and from the Sunfire Ages, guys. Wait, Rod of Ages and Sunfire Ages. Kinda sounds similar. Oh, and I have Sheen. That's an even bigger power spike, because with the Sheen, I'm also gonna be dealing a lot of damage with my second ability. Ooh, Vayne tried to catch me here. She even uses her ultimate. Yeah, I have to push her away with my ultimate, because, like, I'm gonna die otherwise. But she went too far, and she got baited. Look at how tanky I am, guys. Just look at this. And especially with the Soraka, it's so good. Like, this was so good. We got 2 kills, which is really, really nice. Oh, he's going too far, and we got another kill. We're just punishing the enemies for mistakes right here. I want my team to engage, because I have the blue smite. This is what I really like about the blue smite, guys, especially with Gragas, because you can always catch up to enemies. Uh-oh. It should be fine though, because they should be getting some shutdowns here. Draven kill? Yes! Draven got a kill. Nice. Draven is actually back into the game. As you can see, yeah, there you go. My boy Draven is back into the game. Let's get it. What did I tell? Okay, so here, let's see. Enemy jungler is alive. So I told them don't do dragon, because enemy Diana is alive. Look, I'm telling my team, guys, do not do the dragon. And you have to communicate, guys. If your team wants to do a dragon without you as the jungler, tell them to not do it, because they're gonna lose it, guaranteed. The enemy jungler is gonna steal it. And there is a thing that you can do, however, which I didn't do in this game, which is when you're respawning, you can buy a teleport as a jungler, and you can immediately teleport to the dragon and do it fast. I could have done that here, but I actually chose to just tell them to not do it and instead just move there by foot, because I wanted to have the stone plate. Boom. This is also how you secure dragons with Gragas, by the way. Oh my god, I'm just so good at Gragas, man. It's insane. This champion and just me on Gragas. Yeah, here I used the stone plate because I was diving so deep. And it did really well. But what I wanted to say is, when you're securing a dragon, you wanna, especially when you have the Sheen, you know, the Sheen or the Iceborne Gauntlet, you wanna be securing it with your second ability. That's the thing that's gonna deal the most damage, your second ability. Oh my god! Look at this! This is like, I'm 1v4 and I got 2 kills. This is Gragas for you guys. This is what Gragas can do. It's insane. That was just, like, it was so easy as well to just get those kills. It felt so easy. Man, so strong this champion. I'm gonna make a tier list tomorrow as well. And you guys know who's gonna appear on top of the tier list, right? It's obviously gonna be Gragas. By the way, fun fact. It used to say HellsDevil. I have this thing for like 3 or 4 years already, and some really good friend of mine sent this to me and she made it for me, which is really, really wholesome. So yeah, that's where I have this bottle from. Okay, so what did I wanted to say something. I don't know. Oh, by the way, I really like when picking Gragas, I really like to pick him with an enchanter support, like Soraka, for example. And the reason for that is because you don't really need an engaging support when you have Gragas in your team, because you are the engager, you can be engaging. So Soraka is literally like the perfect support to have when you play Gragas. because she can just continuously heal me while I'm in the middle of the fight, which is really, really good. Oh my god. This is not good. Oh, we got the Baron. We got the Baron. Me and the Akali were on the same page. We both went for the Baron and we got it. We have to go back there because this guy is pushing. Oh my god. We only have one tower left. This is so bad and so annoying. We had, like, in a situation like this where you killed a lot of the enemies and they've pushed so many turrets, you have to get turrets, guys. You have to try and get an inhibitor tower. Like, you have to apply so much pressure with this Baron, and even if you don't have Baron, just apply pressure, get turrets, because trust me, those 2 turrets that they took in our base are gonna apply so much pressure to us, and it's gonna be unstoppable in the late game. So we have to do something about it right now. And as you can see, we're actually pushing all 3 lanes, which is really, really good right now. We really need to do this, because turrets, like, just look at how many turrets the enemies have. They have control over the whole map like this if they have this many turrets. Oh, he screwed up. He screwed up. He screwed up. Boom! Because he used his second ability, he just screwed up. Oh, I have to use Stone Plate here. There it is. Perfect Stone Plate. Nice. Nice. Yes. Blue Smite, by the way. And then he can't escape anymore. That is how it works, guys. That is how they surrendered. They actually surrendered. We made them surrender, man. Oh my god. Oh, that was such a good game, man. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let's see how much damage I did and how much... I actually also wonder how much damage I tanked, honestly. Let's take a look. Let's put my head away because no one cares about that. Whoa, I had so little elo here. I'm back at 200 LP right now, by the way. So I did 27,000 damage and I tanked 31,000 damage, which is really big, by the way. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.